GN Sports Show, powered by the Calvin Air Foundation.
Good evening and welcome to another fantastic episode of the GN Sports Show here with me, George Dublin.
And I'm Terry Andrew. It was our final episode this season on the GN Sports Show.
Yes, Terry, definitely the final episode. And the final episode is going to be one with some new guests, Terry. We're going to have GNFC U7 player Na'vion Wright. Two members from the Vipers Cycling Club will be joining us here on the GN Sports Show, Terry. And we're looking forward to talking cycling because I've never really talked cycling. You know, I've seen them on the road. And there have been some unfortunate incidents in cycling lately too, also, Terry. So we could get our feedback on that and hopefully they could share some insight on the safeties, you know, measures that could be put in place to protect these cyclists, Terry.
Plus, back-to-back champions on the male side from the squad. We will hear more about volleyball here in Antigua Barbuda and their exploits in the Caribbean region as well, coming up.
And also on the show, we'll be having the doctor in the house, the one and only Dr. Rick Millis, our regular, our always present sports psychologist, sharing information with us and the viewers and things to do to help our kids to perform better in sports. And as Terry said, we don't only talk football, in all aspects of sport. Dr. Rick will be on the show also to give us some more fantastic insights, Terry.
Certainly. So we'll be right back, right here on the GN Sports Show with a lot more.
Our vision is to become the premier platform for showcasing and empowering young student athletes, providing them with the tools and exposure to excel both in sports and life, while shaping the next generation of confident, media-savvy leaders. The GN Sports Show is dedicated to highlighting the talent and stories of young student athletes across all sports disciplines. We aim to equip them with vital media exposure and public speaking skills, helping them grow into confident individuals both on and off the field. Through engaging interviews, mentorship, and real-world media experiences, we strive to foster personal and professional development that supports their athletic journeys.
Welcome back to the GN Sports Show. And we're now into our Rising Star segment, and on set with me is Generation Next U7 player Na'vion Wright. Good night, Na'vion. How are you?
Good.
You good?
Yes.
Is this the first time on the show for you, Na'vion?
Yes.
Alright, Na'vion. So, how old are you, Na'vion?
6.
You're 6?
Yes.
Say, when you turn 6, this year or last year turned 6?
I'm 6 right now, but this year I'm turning 7.
This year turning 7. Alright. And what school you go to, Na'vion?
St. John's Catholic Primary School.
St. John's Catholic Primary School.
Yes.
And what grade are you in?
Grade 1R.
You're in grade 1 now?
Yes.
On 1R?
Yes, 1R.
Alright. And what's your teacher's name?
Miss LeBlanc.
Miss LeBlanc?
Yes.
What's your favorite subject?
Math.
Math?
Yes.
Alright. And how much children in your class?
20.
20 children?
Yes.
Who's your favorite person in the class?
Judah.
Judah is your favorite person?
Yes.
And what do you and Judah do at school when you all get break time?
Yeah, we just run around, but sometimes you don't want to play.
And how much? There's girls in your class too?
Yes, only 9.
9 girls?
Yes.
And who's the nicest girl in the class?
Only Kira.
Kira is nice?
Yes.
Alright. Why you choose to play football?
Because I think it's fun.
Because you think it's fun?
Yes.
And now you're playing, you like it?
A bit.
You like it a bit? Okay. And how often do you go? So you go to football every time there's football on a Tuesday, a Thursday, and a Saturday?
I don't go on Tuesdays, I go on Saturdays.
Only Saturdays you go?
Yes.
Okay, so you was playing in the league when you was playing in the league on the Saturdays?
Yes.
And you score any goals?
Yes. No.
You didn't score any goals, but you stop people from scoring goals though.
They did not kick the ball in my face.
I show you a big boy, man. If the ball hit you in the face, just head it and say, rah! Ain't it?
Bro, that's a T-Rex.
Come on, man. When the ball hit you in the face, rah! This is a big boy. Big boys don't squinch, ain't it? So who's your favorite friend in your team at Generation X?
Nikolai and Fabian.
Nikolai Fabian. And is
Yes.
he a good footballer?
Better than all of us.
Better than all of you, so you want to be like him someday? Come on. If he's your favorite, you like him, you know, you gotta be somebody you want to be like.
Not really, because I like Ronaldo.
You like Ronaldo?
Yes.
Okay,
Even
so
better.
did you go to Walkerton on Saturday?
Yes.
And you walk from over by St. Anthony's School to right down on the beach?
Yeah. Well, I hopped in the car and then I saw the end we were going, so I just hopped out and then just went in there.
That's went to the entrance?
Yes.
Did you go in the water when you went to the beach? When you got there? When you get down by the beach, you went in the water?
Yes.
You had a good time?
Yes.
You like the beach?
Yes.
Okay, it's good that you like the beach. So you know there's beach football too. So if you come a good footballer on grass, there's also beach football.
I'd rather just kick it in the goal.
Kick it in the goal?
Yes.
So
Kick it in the air.
practice to kick it? You're practicing to kick it in the goal?
No, I'm practicing to kick it in the air.
In the air?
Yes, because I'm practicing to make the ball go flying in the goal.
Okay. Alright, that's good. That's very good that you want the ball to fly in the goal.
But one time I did it and it actually went in the goal.
It actually went in the goal?
Yes.
So is school still going on now or school is closed?
School is closed for now until September.
So what are you going to do for the summer? I hear Generation a soccer camp, a football camp over the summer. Are you going?
I might go to England.
You might go to England?
Yes.
That's nice. That's very nice. So who are you going to go to England?
With my auntie that's in England.
You're looking forward to when football start back?
I'm going in grade 2.
Yeah, so when you go in grade 2, you're not going to play football no more. When you're going to grade 2?
Yes, but am I going to be in a different class?
Yeah.
Am I going to grade 1?
Well, you might
Am I
go.
going to go to under 7?
No, you're going to be on the 7th still. You're going to under 9 when you turn 8. It was nice talking to you, Navi. Hope you enjoy your summer. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back with the GN Sports Show.
Welcome back to the GN Sports Show. Of course, it's not only football we delve into here on the GN Sports Show. We have volleyball players as well. And with me in studio is Erwin Mathurin from the champion team Pytonz in the Volleyball Association's President's Cup and the league champions. Erwin Mathurin is here to talk to us about their season, their championship winning season. Erwin, thank you so much for joining us here on the GN Sports Show.
The pleasure is mine, no problem.
All right, back-to-back champions. Take me through this season, the highs and lows.
Preparing was difficult. We understood clearly that defending our championship was difficult, or would have been difficult. We've never been able to do it before. We've won before, and every time to defend it was always a challenge. So this year, really, a lot of the guys we locked in and we took our practice sessions firstly. More critically, we tried to listen, especially to what the coach has to say. And that transitioned onto the court, even though she had a little bit of headache with us at times. Coach Joel, she really persisted. And, what we've found is that once we follow the instructions, we were successful.
In things that worked for you guys that maybe weren't working in the past?
What I would say, we've always been a team of solid defense. And in recent times, we've gone away from that a little bit. Everyone is excited to hit, that's the limelight of the sport. You get the.
That's where the crowd gets noise, right?
Yeah,
that's what the crowd gets.
That's what they come for.
Yeah.
And sometimes we've strayed away from the fundamentals of defensive work that really helped us get over the line.
Okay.
And I think this year we really knuckled down and recognized, hey, look, we got to play both sides of the game. We can't be offensively good and then just give away the point at the same time. So this year we really settled in and focused on our defense because we knew already we have good attackers. We're not afraid to go up against any team in terms of attacking power. But defensively, we've always been good at it in our earlier years, but we've strayed away from it a little bit because I guess everybody likes the attacking, and that's the sweet part of the game.
Yeah, and overcoming Stoneville. It was Stoneville you guys overcame in the final.
Definitely. Yeah. Well, that has been a rivalry that has developed. Stoneville is a long-standing team, and over the years, different teams will emerge and challenge them for that top spot. Currently, for the last maybe, I think going on 10 years, Pytonz have been the ones that have been at them quite a bit. And it's really nice. It's sweet this time to really get two over them. it's not always been easy going against them. They're juggernauts, so I give them their kudos for that. I give them their respect. But right now, I think this is the nice little purple patch that Pytonz have, and we've been able to take them down.
Awesome. And volleyball as a whole now, you guys have a particular set of following. I mean, yes, it's players, family players, but volleyball has a particular set of following. Because I remember election night. The stadium, the indoor facility was full on election night. And I'm thinking, election night? You know what I mean? I know people be following the elections and so on. But election night, you guys were playing, and people were still there cheering on the team. Talk about the following volleyball has here in Antigua Barbuda.
Like you said, it's a very unique group of persons. I wish personally that the community was even bigger, because we're trying to get more players involved in volleyball. And I think sometimes when people transition out of the playing, they sort of, leave the headache behind, but they will still be on the live critiquing every single play. It doesn't matter. They'll still be.
I think that's sports.
Yeah. They'll still be involved. They want to know who's running for this position. They'll still be, well involved in the life of the sport, and that's a beautiful thing to see. Even like you said, even for election night, the first night, there were a lot of people. Even persons who didn't even have voting rights showed up, because people have that genuine interest. And I think because of the attention that the male senior team has now brought to volleyball in being 3-time champions, we're sort of, everyone is now looking out for volleyball. Everyone is paying attention, and everyone, who was desperate for that to happen during their era and seeing it happen now, really wants it to continue and really wants the sport to grow to bigger and better places.
Yeah, and you moved right into where I was going next, in the region. And countless times covering volleyball, I've seen the threat that the St. Lucians bring. I've seen the threat that the Dominicans would bring. But for some reason, our senior male team, which you're the captain of the senior male team as well, right?
Yes.
The senior Antigua Barbuda volleyball players. And for some reason, we just have everyone number from the under 23s to the seniors now. We are the dominant force in male volleyball. How did that come about, and how long it took for you guys to get where you are now?
Well, my first call up to the national team was somewhere around, let's say, 2016. And even in those periods, you could see the flashes of brilliance coming through, that, maybe one more year, maybe 2 more years, and we'll have them. And over that period of time, everyone has put in work. And I think one of the things that has assisted us even at the national level, and I think, I've had conversations with other senior players, and they've agreed to that as well. Part and parcel of Antigua's success has come about because we play more volleyball than some of the other territories. In times past, where the local league is concerned, we just probably play 1 round and that's it. No more volleyball for the rest of the year until a national tournament comes up, and then we'll have to sort of take yourself from 0 to 100 in a small space of time and build up that, that match fitness. And, the others, probably their league is a little bit closer to the tournament, so they're coming fresher, better, more match fitness and stuff like that. And given that they have, winning does something for you. It gives you this aura, this thinking, this mindset that you will always win. And, when you lose, you have that nagging feeling that, hey, you just don't know if you can get over that hurdle. So it was a situation like that for me in my mind, and I think over the period of time, Antigua is really challenged, but we've not gotten to the place where we can say, hey, look, we're playing enough, we're training enough, we're doing our best, and this is more than what the others are putting in to get over the line. In the past few years, or what I would say post-COVID, most of those seasons have been 2 rounds in the local league.
Okay.
And one thing is certain, no matter how much you train as a player, no matter how much gym work you put in terms of your improvement in any particular sport, under the whistle, the eyes of the referee, the umpire, that is where the real implementation of your training happens. And the more you can do that, the better you will become. And that is what has happened, I think, for Antigua over the past few years. We've not gotten to the place where we can say, hey, look, we're playing enough, we're training enough, we're doing our best, and this is more than what the others are putting in to get over the line. In the past few years, or what I would say post-COVID, most of those seasons have been 2 rounds in the local league. And one thing is certain, no matter how much you train as a player, no matter how much gym work you put in terms of your improvement in any particular sport, under the whistle, the eyes of the referee, the umpire, that is where the real implementation of your training happens. And the more you can do that, the better you will become. And that is what has happened, I think, for Antigua over the past few years. We've been doing 2 rounds as far as is possible, plus the President's Cup where the teams can bulk up in terms of, better players joining forces together and go at each other. And here today we have the results of winning 3 trophies.
Yeah, even the business league is competitive, but I think you guys kind of put play. How you guys structure the business league? Like you don't stack one team. Like you move the talent.
Yeah,
the teams,
the
right?
intention for the business league is that no national team player or what you would say the advanced players in the league can stack up on one team.
Okay.
You can probably have at least 2.
Okay.
And then, some teams might be fortunate that they can have a little bit more because you may have a national team player already at the company. And then you get 2 more or a few good players with you. So it works in your favor sometimes, but the organizers try to balance it out that, hey, we share the talent pool so that others who are interested in learning about the sport can actually learn and grow and have a fun activity to do, while those of us who are at the upper level can at least, have some competition. So it's not just a walkover, and it's entertaining for those who come and watch.
And that's more playing time again.
Exactly.
Playing time as well. The Eastern Caribbean Volleyball Championship comes up in BVI in the coming weeks. Is it next month?
No, August. I think it's the 13th.
I think it's already sent on the team the other day.
Yeah.
That's coming up. So Antigua Barbuda will be going for 4-peat at this one. Can you guys pull that off?
Well, the intention is to. That is the intention. We're never going into any competition thinking we're going to lose or we are second best to anybody. We're defending champions, and our intention from day one is to defend our title. We're not making any bones about that. I think this time around we have a few different youngsters coming through, so a few youngsters might get an opportunity to travel. But the intention definitely is to win our championship and off to the next Pan Am Games again.
Yeah, and Donovan, Asafa Donovan, he's a friend of ours. We just like his spirit. So he's a friend of the show. He's been on here before telling us about volleyball at the schools level, of course.
Definitely.
And now he's going into the national team and all of that. But going to the Americas now, that's another step that Antigua Barbuda has taken in maybe a season ago, 2 seasons ago. You guys are heading back there. Improved performance. That's what you guys are looking for, because you guys told us how difficult that competition is.
Yeah, definitely. I think we have a little bit of a challenge this time around because the BVI tournament and the Pan American Cup are slated for the same time. So it presents a little bit of a challenge there. And if you split the teams, we don't really have the competitive edge even at that upper level. And it really doesn't make any sense to not go to our Caribbean-based tournament with a weakened team, because that is what you win to go back again. I think the association and the executives have made a decision that we're going to just focus on ECVA for this year with the intention of winning, that we get our chance back next year to go, because we're not making any bones about that. And some of us, the senior players, the guys are getting up in age, and we want to go out knowing that, look, we've gone on the international stage and represent our country. So we're not taking the but we really appreciated the opportunity, and like you said, we've spoken on this in other interviews before the Pan Am Games. It's no joke. It was really an eye-opener for us. I think Antigua's first ever volleyball international platform. It was a serious eye-opener. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, but that level shows you guys what's possible at the club level for volleyball. And I don't know if anyone have aspirations of even going on to that level of playing professional volleyball at that age. Is that ever crossed you guys' mind that this is possible, this is something that you guys can achieve?
Definitely. We have a few youngsters that are exceptional in terms of their talent and their age at the particular talent level. It's just incredible. Even players like Adrian Constant, I don't think it has left his desire at this moment to at least go on to maybe get one of those contracts to go play in one of the big leagues. Our MVP Chiron, definitely, I think if somebody picks him up, they will be snapping up a gem there. Even Asafa, he has significant potential. He's on Pytonz now. I believe personally that he can be an exceptional player in the future, and he's not even 20, and he is dominating for his age group at this moment. So definitely we have a few. I think Storming Lions have a few youngsters. You know, they're young and they're already tall.
Yeah.
The right ingredients is there. All we have to do is nurture the talent, and I think volleyball players can go places.
All right, the sport of volleyball. Finally, just before we let you go, the sport of volleyball. Where is it currently in Antigua Barbuda as it's standard? What you guys need to do maybe to step it up, bring more people into the sport. And one thing, and I always tell Joel this, anytime I go to YMCA, there's always some new faces, either young girls, young boys, young teams. So it seems as if you're doing something good from the grassroots level of volleyball. Where you guys want to take it, what you want to do?
I personally think in terms of the bigger picture for volleyball, one of the things that would have assisted the improvement right now is, you know, a lot of players and maybe supporting cast as well carried a little bit of a what you would say uneasy nature that we didn't have our elections ratified and all of those stuff. That step has been taken. A new executive is in place. They've begun to work. Some new equipment came in for the national team. And like you rightly said, at the grassroots level, I mean, I must give Chargers real kudos for that, because they got what, like 5 teams?
Yeah. I've been asking the names of the Chargers, but he hasn't named by himself. And I'm thinking, wait, how many teams Chargers has?
Yeah, Chargers has the female side of it, I think, has about 3 teams, and the male team have about another 3 also. Yeah. So from the grassroots level, and some of these guys are actually really decent. They're really good. On the female side, I think a few of the Chargers girls were called up for training for the national senior women to go to BVI. So I think, and that's like, what, their second, third year? So, I mean, if you're being called up to the nationals in 3 years' time, it means something right is happening. I really believe one of the things that really would allow volleyball to take off to the next level is if we would have maybe more certified coaches. We have a lot of persons who have the knowledge, have the skill sets, but they're not necessarily at the point where they would be certified coaches by, you know, the governing bodies for volleyball. If we could have more of those, then definitely we would say that the next generation would fall into good hands, because I think when I started playing volleyball, there wasn't a lot of certified coaches going around.
There's passion, right?
Yeah, so
that's what carries us.
Exactly, and that's the thing about sport. We have transitioned from just passion and raw talent. Sport is now a science.
Yep.
You gotta study it. You gotta be into it. You gotta be engrossed in it for you to go up to that next level. And once we can get a few more of those persons, and the executive can keep working at the momentum that they've started this new cycle, I think volleyball, it's sky's the limit.
Awesome. We're going to leave it there for now. He's Erwin Mathurin, a member of the championship team, Pytonz, back-to-back champions here in local volleyball, and also the captain of our national volleyball team, going for a 4-peat in the Eastern Caribbean Volleyball Association ECVA Championship coming up later this year over in the BVI. All the best to you and Pytonz and our national setup. Erwin, that's all for now. We'll be right back with more here on the GN Sports Show.
And welcome back to the GN Sports Show. And in studio with us is Omari King Sr., President of the Vipers Sports Club, and Randy Bobby Simon, a member of the Vipers Sports Club. Gentlemen, welcome.
Yeah, we're happy to be here.
All right, so Bobby, I will start off with you, So, Bobby, what got you into the cycling?
Well, you know, I used to play football back in the day.
A nature thing. I don't know if you want to call it playing, but it's up to you if you want to call it playing.
Okay, so football basically wasn't working out, Team sport business, so decided I was going into cycling. Cycling is a sport that I always loved. I used to do it part-time when I was playing football, but I got into it fully 1994. So from 94 till now, that's 32 years.
32 years worth of cycling?
Yeah, 32 years worth of cycling.
I just see on the bicycle, but I just think you're exercising. I didn't know you were serious about the cycling thing.
Yeah, serious national champion in 2004. And before I was national champion, I was second 3 times.
Oh, okay, well, yo, let me get some of Mr. King, because the things you could tell me, things could be new to me, me know forever. So, you know, so Mr. King, who is Mr. King, and, you know, how did Mr. King become, you know, got into cycling, part of cycling?
Well, you know, I'm a Maori King, and I got into cycling because of my brother and my father. I actually get into cycling as a joke. You know, my brother Cosmos Richardson and Dale Richardson, my father, they were doing some cycling. And at that time, we were running Club Savoy. So I heard them talking about the cycling. At that time, I don't have time for that. And then my brother went and did a race. He came first. And then the national championship was coming. And they told me to come and watch the race. So I'm like, how do you watch a cycling race? They said, just come and you'll be riding the car. So I went and watched the race, and it was excited, even though I didn't fully understand. And my brother, at the time, he was riding the sports class, and he came third overall. So they was cheering for it. They were excited, and then they said, why you don't ride the bike? I'm like, I'm not riding those bikes. I don't have time for that. So a weekend we was at the club, and my father said, you should ride the bike. So I said, buy me the bike, and I ride it. And then in the week, my brother and my father came at the house and gave me a bike. So you come and ride that now. So that's how I got into the sport. And that was in 2007. So I started to ride the bike, which I couldn't ride the bike properly. When they see me, they laugh after me on the bike because I couldn't sit on the bike. I was bouncing, and this bike with a small wheel and small handle, I had no idea how to ride it properly. So at that time, my brother got serious and said, okay, let's change because the season is ending. So 2008, you'll be ready to race. I'm like, okay, let's try this. And then they have Neil Lloyd, which is my father's cousin. So he's also in cycling for years, and he saw me and told my father, look, I think we can do something with him. And he also got involved to help train me. So by the 2008, when the season started, I rode my first race, and I was riding in the sports class, and I came third. And then my second race, Neil Lloyd take me to, no, that's was my third race. Neil Lloyd took me to Tatola, which I competed against the BVI, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, and I came third overall. So since then, I'm just into the sport and never leave. I got the love for it.
Okay, all right, but that's one. That's a different story to Bobby's story.
It's a different story.
Yeah, Bobby realized that he wasn't making it in one. Supposed to try something.
I went in as a joke.
As a joke.
Yes.
And that joke turned to a serious.
It turned serious very quick.
That you ain't it up to now.
Yes.
A good bit, let's say 1998 to now.
No, I started 2008.
So 2008
was my first race, yes.
That's a better time. So, okay, so both of you are from the
Yes.
Vipers Cycling Club, and you're the president of the Vipers Cycling. So how
Yes.
did y'all come to get to the Vipers? What year y'all built it? How y'all, and, you know, just give me a brief rundown.
Okay, well, how the Vipers started, we had a group of guys. Me and Bobby and Giant Bridges and Cosmo Richardson, my brother. So we always look at it as they have a lot of team in Antigua. We have ideas, they're not listening to us. We travel a lot, we got the experience, we see how they run their club. And we like, why don't we just start our own club? So we had a conversation with Jaime, Cosmos and Bobby. We said, look, let's start a club. So we started to say, okay, let's come up with a name. And that was in 2002. So we started planning it. And then in 2003, we said, okay, let's start this club in the January. So when we started at the time, I was doing a bit of riding because I've been off the bike for a while. And then Bobby Simon was back on, my brother, and Jaime was based overseas at the time. So he came back, he won the nationals for Viper. We was in a big club. So we go through that year. And then 2024, yes, 2024, when we really try to pull others together now, because we say, okay, we have a club, we have something going, let's go out and look for some younger guys to bring them into the sport, because it's a lot of older guys in the sport, because the younger guys, it's hard to keep them focused. So we say, okay, we want to build a club and share our experience with the younger guys and see how far we can take them. So there where we went out now and we recruit some younger guys. So I have a son, Jamari King. He was doing track and field. So we pulled him, and we had a younger one also, Aiden Tong. And then we start building from there. And then we also invited Elite Thomas. And then we also went out and did some recruiting and got some younger one like Benjamin Carr, who was 12 at the time. And from there the club just bloomed. Right now we have over, we can say the Viper cycling team, we have about 15 riders.
15 riders.
Riders, racers. The club itself, we're over 30.
Oh, the club itself over 30, but you have 15 racers.
Yes.
And I don't know about cycling. So in cycling, having 15 races, is that a good thing?
Yeah.
It's a good thing to say that we're building a club, and it's mostly youngsters. So it's very challenging because the sport is very expensive. So that's why the Viper cycling team, we will go out and do fundraisers. We will go and look sponsor because it's very expensive sport. And we have a lot of youngsters that go to school, don't work anywhere. So it's very challenging, but having the club that big, it brings more awareness to cycling because a lot of people in Antigua see us on the road and don't know what we're actually doing. They just take us for like someone who just exercise or just want to take a ride, but we're actually training our guys out there, and females we have also, to represent this country.
All right. So to you, Bobby, I can't remember everything. I know there was like an amateur, and then there's an overage thing and an underage, and there's different tiers to it. So just give me a brief rundown on the different tiers to how the cycling is set up in Antigua in terms of how you could compete.
Yeah. When you start first, they have a class they call the sports class.
Okay.
That's just for riders who, you're new in the sport. So to get the feeling of it, instead of competing against the elite guys and masters, they have a special class for you.
Okay.
They call it the sports class.
Is there age category that you have to be within, or you could just be any age and be in that class?
Any age category.
Okay, all right.
So that's a sports class. Then after the sports class, you'll have some cadets. We don't have much, and juniors.
And juniors is what to what?
From 15.
Yeah, the cadets class start from 11 to 14.
11 to 14.
And then we have the junior juveniles, which is 15, 16. Then you have the junior male, which is 17, 18. And then from there you will move on to the under 23 and the elite, then the elite.
And then the elite. So is there competitions to all these different age groups?
Well, one of the problems in Antigua is not that much cyclists. So some of the classes, like the cadets.
You have 15 races, you know?
Yes, but I'm going to break it down now. Like in the cadets, I think we're the only one that have cadets. We have 3 riders, and sometimes all of them don't show up. In the junior, 15, 16, we have 1. I think it's just 2 right now that is riding because, as we say, the guys, they tend to run a lot. And then in the 17, 18, we have the only 1. And then we have, in the sports class, we have a few. Sometimes they come, sometimes they don't. And then in the elite, we have about 4 guys. In the masters, we have about 2. And we're the only team that have female. We have a junior female. And we had an elite female, but she's not with us now, so.
Okay.
Yes.
So you have basically a participant in each class.
Yes.
So is there a particular number you need to have to hold a race? Mind you, well, you can't race yourself. So, or you can race time. If it's your alone, you can race time, innit? So what I'm saying is, this is just my opinion. I don't like to give my opinion around Bobby. He like to tell me, why you don't come around the association? I don't know. But you think I could run an association? Every time I give Bobby my opinion. But my opinion is, if we have clubs, and it's not football, we play 11v11, or basketball, we play 5v5. Right? So I'm saying, if we have clubs and there's categories, but everybody can feel the category, and somebody can hold an event and let the category race a time. If you understand what I'm saying? So at least the person gets, if you don't have enough, you won't compete. So then it's defeating the purpose of having something if there's no competition to it, in my opinion. So there must be ways that people could be able to improvise to make the system work. How much competition y'all have a year?
It's about 12 to 15 races a year.
And all these are hosted by the
Antigua Barbuda Cycling Federation, yes.
Okay, and these 12 to 15 races, how do they, because apparently the category seems like it doesn't have that much. So is it just an open race and everybody just going to it?
No, it's not an open race. Basically, whosoever show up on the line, you basically put them where they belong.
Okay.
So if you get 5 people show up, and you only have 1 master, 1 junior, 1 elite, 1 sports class, 1 female.
The 5 race.
The 5 race, you just race in the category. Well, usually.
So and if you stop and go here and drink some water and come back and very quiet, like you still win.
Well, no. You will get disqualified because you came off the course.
Okay, all right. So you get disqualified. But once you finish the race, you actually win the race because you run.
Yeah.
You race.
Yes.
Okay, so how much clubs are there if you have?
To my knowing, I know about 4 clubs that is in Antigua. About 4.
4 clubs.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, let me go to a different medium of this whole conversation.
Yes.
What do you all think is necessary for the improvement of cycling in Antigua Barbuda in terms of getting more people into it? And I understand these bicycles are mad expensive though.
Crazy.
Yes.
Because I think Goldie told me bicycles like $6,000 US and something like that. And I'm saying is bicycle.
And that's not one of the high-end ones.
Cheap bike.
That's a cheap bike.
Fairly, that's in the middle. I would say in the middle because you can get a bike for like $2,700 US, but if you're an elite rider, that bike would not be the best fit for you because it's going to be heavy. It's an entry-level bike. So if like our elite riders, we will go for the bikes that are more like $5,000-6,000 US dollars, and that's just the bike because now when you buy the bike, you have to buy a pair of race wheel, and that's an $2,500 US.
Wait, so a piece of bike you buy for $6,000?
You get a bike with regular chain wheels, and then you have to buy race wheels. So when race time comes, you have a better aero wheel, so you can move faster.
You have a spare wheel as well because
and it's a
in
spare.
a race you get puncture, you're not time for a patch.
So you got
change your wheel.
Yes.
All right. So from Vipers, I know that y'all are not the association.
No.
I know y'all trying to make y'all club the best y'all can make it for y'all,
That's what we're
for y'all
trying.
riders and
Yes.
for cyclists in Antigua Barbuda.
Yes.
So
That's
just
the aim.
if y'all have to say 3 things y'all think that could be done to improve cycling,
Well, one of the things that need to be done is to get more sponsors because that is very hard. And yes, we do have sponsors and we have to appreciate them because the sport is very expensive. So what tends to happen, some of the parents also back out. So they will bring them, they will start, but when it's time to get a bike, the equipment, they tend to back out. So Viper itself, we invested in some bikes and the Cycling Federation also have some bikes. So we will try to help them, but then now we have to buy the shoes, the special shoes, which will cost $100 US or more sometimes. And you have to get the helmet and you got to get your water buckle, your spear pump and tubes. So it's very expensive. So one of the things is financial support, if we can get more support. And then one of the other things that is a real issue is a lot of the parents are afraid to put the kids on the road because you know the traffic. We even saw the accident the other day and there's been quite a few over the last 2 years. So those 2 things, finance, the traffic, and the other thing is the support we're trying to get in terms of a cycling track. So that will be up to the Cycling Federation because it's been a thing, they have track cycling also. So we move some of the cyclists off of the road in a controlled environment where you can now bring more the kids and get them involved so you can develop them.
So let me ask you this. Track, can you chain on a track to do road race?
Yes, you can.
You can.
Yes,
so
because...
So you would believe, so then it tends to think that if you do get a track, you could get more people into cycling.
Yes.
And then they could be able to train for a longer period to be more aware. But then being on the road and being on the track will be different because there's no car on the track.
Yes.
So then you have to carry them on the road for them to get that sense of
they
the
still
road.
have to go on the road because now we need to go into the hills so we can do that type of training also because yes, you do work different muscles when you're riding on the flat to when you go into the hills and you're breathing. So we will still have to use the road, but we can take some off and we can also get more people involved because the biggest thing is the traffic.
Traffic.
Yes.
In some places, and you watch the TV, like you see it have bicycle lane.
Yes.
Well, I don't think we rode wide enough to put a bicycle lane on it.
No, we
We not get a bicycle.
No.
You don't think we can get a bicycle lane, innit?
No. And if you even check those countries that have bicycle lanes, the cyclists don't really use them because the lanes are small.
Right.
It's like one bicycle at a time.
At a time.
And usually when you have a pack, you have two riders side by side. Yes, because the longer you have the pack, the harder the cars to pass. So worldwide you ride twos and you make it shorter.
Okay.
And it's also a part of the chaining that you will have more control of the pack than being that long.
Okay.
So the bicycle lanes we see overseas, because we go overseas and we see them, is not really for the cyclist who is training for racing.
Okay. Is there regional competitions in cycling? Like,
Yes, there was an OECS championship Antigua hosted 2 weeks ago. Grenada won, Antigua second with Giant Bridges, he's in our club. And Robert March was third, Antigua. Tajir Brown was fourth, Antigua. So Antigua
Tajir Brown
was fourth.
and get a coffee bike after.
Yes. But really, he came third because Robert March was not competing the OECS. They had two racing in one. But
okay.
in the top five, we had three Antiguans.
So
In the top five.
So we have proper cyclists.
We still have.
So this is the question.
Yes.
We hosted it.
We hosted it.
What countries were in it? Because I determine if we had based on who we beat.
Yes,
I don't get you. No, I'm saying if we beat in Anguilla and Barb and I not making the qualms.
But it's the OECS.
I don't care what it is. When I used to play by a little bit of football,
Yes.
and they have the Leeuwarden tournament. Yes, we might win it. Yes, we lose. It doesn't bother me none.
Okay.
When we go into the Caribbean Cup and then Barbados, Trinidad,
that's a
Jamaica,
different-
Cuba,
that's a
then
different
come down
ball
the
game.
dance. Then now I start assessing myself from there.
Yes.
No, I'm not saying these teams are below par, whatever. I'm just saying this is how I view myself. To be the champion, you have to dethrone the ones that people think should be champions. If you understand where I'm coming from.
Yes.
So the championship, what countries were here in Antigua for that?
We had Grenada, Dominica, Anguilla, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, the BVI.
So from that OCS championship, does the winners from that move on to the Grand Central thing? Is there a bigger thing with Trinidad and
Well,
Barbados and them?
that is the Caribbean Championship, which is coming up in October, which is the elite, and they have the Junior Championship in August in Belize. Now I can speak for last year. In the Junior Championship, it was Aiden Tong and Tajir Brown. Tajir Brown came third in the time trial. Now there's two different races. There's a time trial, you race against the clock. So each person will go 1 minute apart, and who come back with the fastest time win.
Over
Over certain distance. Yes.
Okay.
So Tajir Brown came third. So Antigua still good.
Still did all right.
Aiden Tong came, I think, was 12th in the Junior Championship. And then we had the Elite Championship in Belize last year, where two Antiguans was there. One came 9th in the time trial, the other came 15th. So I think we're still in a position that we can improve.
All right. So before we close this off, quick question.
Yes.
Is cycling an Olympic sport?
Yes, it is.
Have we ever gotten anybody to that level of competition?
Well, we have persons that said in the past, like Neil Lloyd and so, who went to the Olympics already. I can speak for myself. I made it to the Pan American Championship. I've been to the Central American Games, and I also been to the Commonwealth Games in India in 2010. So we can get to the level, but we still need a lot more training and support.
Okay, so how do you qualify for the Olympics? That's the next question. Through one of those things that you called just now? Or?
Well, how you qualify for the Olympics, which make it difficult for us now, you have to collect points. Now it's the UCI points. UCI is the World Cycling Organization, right?
Okay.
And you have to go to the events worldwide throughout the next 4 or 5 years to build amount of points to get to the Olympics. Some of the other games, you have to go like the Caribbean Championship. I think the first 3 spots, you get a spot now from the Caribbean Championship to the Pan American Championship. And when you make it, you get a spot from the Pan American Championship
Commonwealth Championship.
to the Commonwealth Championship.
So each competition
to
is
be
piggybacking
going.
off, right? So
Yes.
in order to get to the competition, you have to be in the competitions.
Yes,
that
and then they will also give you a wild card.
Okay.
Sometimes before it wasn't like that before. You used to when you hear about Olympics. Every country could have gone to the Olympics. But because of the overcrowding situation,
Okay.
You have to qualify.
Start to qualify now.
Yes. So it's very difficult for us to qualify right now.
Alright,
Because
so
we're not going to those big events to get the point.
okay,
So
so
there
Bob,
where you find the professional rider. All the teams you see in the Tour de France, those riders now will be at all those other events and they're the
And
one
they're
that
the
get
points.
the points. Yes.
okay. So Bobby, if you have to tell a youngster, you know, encourage him to be in cycling or whatever the case, what would you think you could use to get him into cycling? Other than giving him the bike. Because I think if I get the bike, I can go into cycling. So other than giving him the bike, you know, there must be some sort of benefits from cycling where you think that could encourage somebody to want to be cycling.
Yeah, well, what we usually do to encourage them in cycling, it's that the health benefit to it, and then you get opportunities. So if you come into cycling, you will get an opportunity to come and represent the country. And that is what we try to tell them, that is what we tell the youngsters, because on our team, we already have 2 youngsters, Jamari King and Aiden Tong, who came in and we tell them work hard, train hard, and you can get a chance to represent your country, and they did. These guys represent our country, I think, for the last 3 years as juniors, young guys.
Right. Okay.
So that's what we try to sell to them, that you come and do something for your country.
So as a father,
Yes.
and your son is a cyclist,
Yes.
how does it feel watching your son compete?
Well,
Do you get nervous when he goes out without you? How
very-
old is your son, by the way?
He's 19 now.
Okay, so when he was younger, I know that the fear of him being on the road and all that, because you probably have gotten some close calls yourself being on the road.
Actually, he got knocked down last year,
Oh, Jesus.
and the driver won. He got knocked down, the driver leave the scene, but he was caught. The case is still in court right now. So it's a very nervous feeling knowing them on the road. If you ask Bobby, I came back in cycling as a rider when we built the club.
Right.
And then as we start getting the young people, I'm like, we got to do something else. So a lot of time when they're on the road, I'm in my car, driving behind of them. So that gives you some sense of security, even though not all,
It's
but
kind of hard to come around.
yes,
Then not, if
a
you're
lot
close
of the
enough to
time,
them, right?
cyclists usually get hit from the
Behind.
back.
Okay.
So you will see me out there a lot of time in the car trying to keep them safe. But it's very nerve-wracking because even in races here, he fall and it's like, what can happen? Because you never want to see a cyclist fall. Anytime a cyclist fall, a lot of things can go wrong. A trademark, they break the collarbone a lot. Yes, so it's a tricky sport.
So, Mr. King, just what would you say to a parent to get them to get over that fear and, you know, allow that child who has that potential
Yes.
to be a good cyclist to you know, give them that opportunity?
Well, you see, that's the good thing with the Viper cycling team. As a parent, you can drive your child to the stadium. We train at the stadium. We try to keep off the road a lot, and we've been doing this for the last 3 years. Yes, we do venture out, but our training session is around that stadium. We're the one that even keep it clean. The trucks drop a lot of stones and debris. We go and sweep it up, and we train there a lot. So you can drive your kid to the stadium. It's not much traffic. It's much better control. So you can bring his child to us at the stadium and pick them back up at the stadium. We actually have kids that is 6, 7, 8 years old that come on the weekends and train with us. And if you see how we have a 7-year-old riding bike right now, he can compete with the kids that 11 and 12. A 7-year-old.
Bobby, you're hiding things from me.
Yeah, so for the kids, we can kind of say they're more safe at the stadium where we train. We do a session for them Saturday and Sunday, and the team will be at the stadium early in the mornings, and we will train 50 miles around that circle.
Okay.
Yes.
Listen, fellas, it's... As I say, I talk to Bobby a lot.
Yes.
But the reason why I don't talk to Bobby much about cycling is because Bobby keep telling me to join the association, and I'm not interested in cycling.
Yeah, cycling not all that scary. Yes, they have scary part, but you know, a lot of the sports, you know, they have some sort of
Everything has some
danger in
sort
it.
of danger in it.
And I must say, it's not all that bad. We know accident happens at times, but it's not that bad. We just start to see it now a little more frequent, but I must say that it's still pretty much a good sport that you can still come into.
Well, I'd just like to thank both of you for coming on the show, and I'm wishing both of you all the best in the Viper Sports Club, and wishing the Viper Sports Club and their riders as much safety as possible on the road and continued success. Listening to you talk, I could sense the passion.
Yes, there's a lot of passion there. That's why we start the club, so we can help the younger ones to experience it and reach the goal.
Yeah, definitely, I can sense the passion. So,
yes,
all the best in the future. And if there's anything y'all want to pass on, meaning like there's races coming up and y'all want to talk, or even Vipers having fundraisers, or y'all doing something for the kids, maybe y'all might decide to do a little tournament for young kids to come up and going around the stadium a couple of times. Just you could just contact me and we'll try our best to give y'all a little time to come and talk about it here, because we have a fairly good following.
And we appreciate it.
So, all the best to your riders.
Yes.
And as I say, thanks again for coming on the show. Really do appreciate y'all coming here. Y'all could consider yourself to be the first set of cyclists that has been on the show since I've been here. I don't know before I've been here, but since I've been here.
Yes.
And with that, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back with the GN Sports Show.
Thank you.
We would like to thank the sponsors of Generation Next: Fruta, Antigua Masonry Products, Citizenship by Investment Unit, ACT, Flow, Island Photo, and Francis Trading Agency.
Recent public health and youth sport initiatives surrounding the 2026 World Cup have emphasized using the tournament to inspire lifelong physical activity and healthier families, not just elite athletes. Research also continues to show that parents' own activity levels are among the strongest predictors of whether children become active adults.
And welcome back to the GN Sports Show. And in the house with me, just me and him, the man himself, the doc, is in the house. Dr. Rick, welcome. How are you?
Good. How are you? Nice seeing you again.
Nice seeing you.
Thank you for introducing us so nicely. And where's your partner?
Well, sometimes you had to roll solo.
Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
I'm rolling solo, so it's just you and I.
Good. I
or
love
me
it.
and you.
Yeah, I love it.
Which way you want it.
Yeah, that's so good, because sometimes he gets in our way,
Hey, listen, I'm not. He's never in my way, though. I'm not.
No, sometimes he gets in our way, so it's good that we're here alone.
That's nice that you miss him, though, because I miss him too.
Yeah.
Because me and you alone here. Oh.
Well, we're going to see. We may not be able to make it. We'll try.
We probably will. Anyway, Doc, we're going to talk today a little on the health. The segment is health talk.
Health talk, yes.
It's not Ask Dr. Rick, it's health talk.
Okay.
All right? So we're talking about making champions and what every parent can learn from the FIFA World Cup, knowing that the FIFA World Cup is in our backyard.
Yes. We talked about it last week. We said, this World Cup thing it's like a fever everywhere, even in the United States. By the way, they lost, didn't they?
Yeah, they lost last night.
But still, they're going to go ahead. And so with this World Cup fever, we want to, I think, use it, as we said last week, to educate the kids.
Yes.
Not just entertainment.
Okay.
Right?
And we also thought that we could use it as a bonding time between parent and child.
Exactly.
Right.
And to motivate. Right. And what can the parents do now? This is is this our season finale today?
Yes.
It is our season finale, you see? So we have to have parents think ahead for the next season. When they're not going to see us for a few weeks, what are they going to do? Think ahead. What can they do? This World Cup is going to continue on. How many more weeks is the World Cup?
The World Cup finals is the 19th of July, I think it is.
Oh, so it's coming up in a few weeks.
Yes.
Right? So then they're going to have July and August. And when does your football?
September we start.
It starts in September. So what should they be doing? You're the coach. You tell me, what would you suggest to parents that they do during that period to get the kids ready for September?
Well, they could do World Cup recaps. They could watch over games. They could.
Yeah, but that's passive. That's not going to help them a lot.
So what do you think they should do now?
So I think they should go out in the backyard and play with the kids.
You need summer, Doc, and the sun's going to be mad hot.
Yeah, I know. Well, they can wait till the sun goes down a little bit, right?
That's true.
But they should go out in the backyard. They should go to the soccer field or football field, as you call it, or the pitch, or what do you call it?
We call it all the things you just called it.
Good. They should take them out and they just play with them. and have fun. You know, the point is that kids are going to get the most out of the coach they think of the most. And you know the coach they think of the most, who that is? You want to think it's you, because you're the coach.
I hope it's me.
No,
So
it's not.
Who they think about it?
The parent. The parent. So the parent sets the tone. And kids love to imitate their parents. So if they see their parents sitting around, if their parents don't want to go out and play with them, right? And I don't mean necessarily coach them, because that usually doesn't work out very well. How did it work out for you, coaching your kids?
Coaching, I just say, when my son was small, we just go out. We went out and just kick.
There you go.
Yeah, we just went.
There you go. You see, and my kids, I tried to coach. It just doesn't work. So I would go out and shoot baskets with them.
Right.
You know, I really couldn't play soccer with them. They played soccer.
Okay.
But I couldn't. You know why? I didn't have the muscle memory. I didn't play soccer as a child.
Oh.
And because I didn't kick the ball as a child, as an adult, now I had my kids when I was in my 30s and 40s.
Okay.
So they were young in the 40s, when I was in my 40s. And I would go out and try to kick the ball with them. And come on, I'm not a bad athlete. So I know how to move around. I know what to do. Every time I kicked that ball, be it pass or try to score, I would always hyperextend my knee. Oh, and it would swell up. I gave it up after a while because it was painful. Why? And that's a good lesson. That's a good lesson for the kids. If you don't, and for the parents, if you don't develop that muscle memory very early, when you try to pick up a sport later, your muscles are not synchronized properly, and I would always overkick. My brain didn't know where to stop, even though I told my brain, oh, don't overkick. It didn't listen. You see?
Right.
So, again, coaching the kids as a parent is usually problematic. In other words, would you go out to the backyard and do drills with your kids like you do as a coach?
If he's at that age where he wants to learn, I would.
Yes.
I would. You know, like, so 6, 7, 8, I think it's more about him just running up and down and kicking it about.
That's
9, 10, but then 11, 12, I think is more now like, if he's been it for 4 or 5 years, he wants to learn about it. He wants to be able to do things properly, because at 10, 11, you're going to see other kids doing it properly. So you're going to want to do it properly. So it all depends on the age that he's
Yes.
at.
Yes.
And what are we looking for out of it? If it's a challenge where he just thinks he's better than his father, we just go out and play ball.
That's what I did with my kids too. Yeah, that's a very good idea.
You know, so sometimes
Can he beat you? Can he beat you to the goal?
Right.
Can you, as a goalkeeper, can he get it by you? Can you get it by him?
Right.
Little things like that. So, as a role model, that's what the kids are looking at the most. Not the coach, but the parents. And so if the parents can bond with the kids like that, that would be a good preparation for September, wouldn't it?
Definitely.
You see? And you know what I noticed? Tell me if this happens to you in soccer. I noticed that there are kids that stand out even very young. You can tell they got talent.
Yes.
Right? They can tell that they got talent. So I hear from a lot of parents asking me sometimes, how do I really know if my kid has talent? And my answer, you know what my answer is? You don't, for most kids, for most people, you don't know that they have talent until much later when they show it.
Well, let me say you go out to the basketball court and there's some 6-year-olds. But how someone shoots, you can watch the actions. Because to me, I could look at a 6-year-old or 7-year-old kicking a football and figure, okay, with the right person or the right environment, there could be something from this kid.
So he keeps trying. What I see is not whether he makes the basket, not whether he's scoring goals, not even if he's kicking the ball properly or shooting properly, but he's trying. He's trying. He doesn't give up, right?
Okay.
He you can see he has some enthusiasm for the game.
Right.
Even I've seen kids 5, 6 years old who go out to the basketball court and they can barely hold the ball, right? But they're trying. They're trying and trying. And it doesn't make any difference whether their, form is proper or not. Keep them out doing that, that shows you that they may have some love for the game early, and it's the love of the game that's going to take them to some talent
when
they get coached.
In our
Tell me.
In our neck of the woods, I would say.
Culture?
It's like, it doesn't matter how much a kid, for some people, a parent, if you tell it, oh, he has real energy, they're not taking that as he has a chance. They're just taking it that he likes to run up and down. So for us, it's more about a bit of form. Yes, you're totally correct. I believe that I could make something of a kid that has the desire.
That's correct.
Over a kid that has potential, has talent.
Right.
It's easier to work with a kid that who just, because you can teach form. You can teach technique, you can teach all these things, but you can't teach desire.
When I was a kid, I wasn't much of an athlete. I enjoyed athletics, like playing basketball. I loved it. I loved that game. Right. And I kept trying and trying and trying. But I was very frail, thin. I was tall and thin, and I was uncoordinated. So I really didn't do much with it until much later. So whatever talent I had, and I ended up playing on the national championship basketball team in the United States in college. But I didn't show it until I actually got to college. Before then, I always loved the game. In other words, when there was nothing else to do, I would go out to the playground and shoot baskets. Right? So where's that kid? We're looking for that kid. Right? Because then you can do something with him if he ever gets coached or if he ever gets into an organized team.
Environment.
Right? And so that's what the parents need to do. And the parents need to say, okay, for some kids you can see the talent early, but it's mainly because they keep trying and trying and trying, and suddenly they get successful and they look good and they figure it out for themselves. I guess that's the talent, isn't it?
Figuring it out.
A person who can figure things out for themselves. Even in life. Let's take life. Isn't that the talent of being successful in life? Doing whatever it takes, that you end up figuring it out for yourself, where nobody really has to tell you everything.
True.
Right? So sports is just like that, isn't it?
In some senses.
Yeah.
So would you say talent is overrated?
Yeah, talent is overrated. That's right. Talent is overrated because talent can be developed.
Right.
So saying somebody has talent at one age, right? At one age they have talent, right? And if you nurture that talent, they may turn into a great player, and they may continue into adulthood, playing and enjoying it and being healthy. But there are kids like me who didn't show it. I wasn't one of the best players when I was young. But I loved the game, and I kept out. And guess what? I'm 81 years old now.
Right.
I still love the game and go out there. And all my teammates. By the way, I'm going to our 60th reunion of our national championship team from 1967 is coming up this year, 2017. 60, right?
Right.
I went to the 50th. I took my shoes, my basketball shoes. I went out to play with the team from that college, Southern Illinois University. And I was hoping some of my teammates would have joined me. Not one of them.
Not one of them.
Not one of them brought any shoes or had any interest in playing basketball. But I was out there, and I was playing with the team. So what does that tell you? And some of these players that I played with were NBA players. But they didn't continue.
Yeah,
I still have that love. I don't know why. I never lost it.
It's because you kept it pure.
That's right. I didn't get paid for it.
Right. So it stayed pure for you. You understand what I'm saying? For them, when it becomes a job.
I like that word.
The pureness of it is gone once it becomes a job.
I like that word, pure.
Yeah.
Keeping the game pure.
Yeah.
Keeping your interest in the game pure.
Most people that has become successful at any sport or last really long is those that keep it pure. Yes. It's a job.
That's brilliant.
You still respect the effort of it, the love of it, the working hard to be good at it, the discipline of doing all the right things to understand. So that is, I think, what makes a lot. And staying, for example, most players that fall off is when they get to that point of don't care. I've gotten enough from it.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
They got their college education,
Yeah.
and they're not going to go pro, and so they say, well, I got what I wanted, I gave it up.
Even here in Antigua, I know a lot of kids who were good footballers in high school.
Yes.
And as soon as they graduate from high school now,
Yes.
and they have to go to work,
Yes.
football is no longer a design. It's if I can make it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah, it becomes if I can make it now. And that's his way. For me, it has always been the love.
I like the word pure. I'm going to use that. Can I use that?
Well, it's not mine.
No, I know it's not your word. No. I know, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
But no, I like your use of that word pure.
Yeah,
I never used it like that before, but now when I have these conversations, I'm going to use that word pure.
Look at yourself, Doc. You don't play basketball or go to play basketball at this point in time in your life for no sort of recognition. It's just the love.
No, I like the recognition. No, I'm sorry. I like the recognition. So when I go to JSC, when I go to JSC and I see that I'm the only person over even 40 that's out on the court and shoot and hitting.
But that's for you.
Yeah.
So it's still pure.
Yeah, it's pure for me.
You understand what I'm saying? You is not nobody outside looking at you and say, oh, look at he's probably stepping.
No, I like that too. But no, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. So I'm doing it for myself.
Yeah, you're doing it for yourself.
Yeah, I get so much satisfaction
out of that, innit?
Satisfaction. When I see that ball go through the basket, swish, and I hear that.
Right.
I don't know what. It's like magic to my ears. It gives me energy. Even if I'm depressed. That ever happened to you? You go out onto the court, you're depressed, you feel like lousy, and you have to realize that with the kids. When the kids are looking like they don't have energy, take them out and play with them. They'll get the energy.
But I played football for a number of years. I played in the local league up until I maybe was about 43 or so, 44. Maybe.
You're over 44?
Me?
How old are you?
I'm going to be 50 next year, February.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so I played football up until...
You look very young.
Thank you, Doc. I appreciate it. So I played football up until I was like 45, give and take.
Yeah.
In the top league we have in the Premier League, right? And right now, I can't see nobody getting me to go and play football. I don't hate the game. I'm still in love with the game. I just don't feel I need
So if I said come out and coach me, would you do it?
Coach
me playing soccer or football so that I don't hyperextend my knee every time I kick it.
If you're working with the cameras and all, yes, I'll come. But if for me and you just going out there for me to help you at your age and mine, no, it's not necessary that. It won't be necessary. But for the cameras, I'll take a chance.
Well, will you come to the basketball court with me?
I'll come to the basketball. Yes, I'll play with you.
You rebound for me.
No, I'll come and shoot with you to that.
No, rebound. Rebounding so I get the ball.
Sure.
No, I'm kidding. I'll
try.
no.
Well, as I say,
we should do that sometime.
I
by the way.
don't really. I think someone in their infinite wisdom wants to do a show in their infinite wisdom. Wants to do a show about us going to bring in somebody from a sport, and they explain the sport to us, and then we go out and they teach us the sport and we play.
I got it.
Right.
So let's go back to what we learned from this season. Right? What are the lessons from the season that parents can take forward between now and September, right? When they're playing with their kids or when they're deciding what to do with their kids. One of the things is that the more they let the kids play, the more they encourage the kids to play and to develop that eye-hand coordination, even if it's not coaching them, but just letting them play and going out and playing with them, because they may not have friends that want to play, so the parent might have to be their friend.
Right.
That goes out and plays with them. They are developing academic abilities too. Remember we talked about that?
Yes.
So they are building their ability not only for eye-hand coordination, but that helps synchronize their thoughts. Synchronizing the thoughts. That's the big problem in academics. The kids that don't do well in school, right? Their thoughts are all over the place, right? A lot of them.
Right.
That's one of the big reasons why kids with very high intelligence may not do well in school because they're not focused. They're not disciplined. Sports and playing sports and just playing helps you develop that discipline. You see?
If you come from a amateur environment where, you know the amateur environment is, right? Where it's just whatever is whatever. So you go to, if you have to go to training, you go. If you want to go, you go. If you don't want to go, you don't go.
No discipline.
Right, and when game they come, you probably still might play because you might be better than who going to training. Right? But then, so let me say that's your life from age 10 to age 15, 16.
Yes.
And that's your life. That don't care attitude, but because you're better than everybody else, coach will still play you, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Or your parents allowed, so coach free to put you on the bench. Because your parents allowed, right? For some reason. Then you get put into a professional environment.
Yes.
Where now your discipline is way more important than your talent.
And you're going to fail.
Right? No, you've been in that environment for 5 years, but you still have no discipline. What causes that?
What causes that?
Yeah, help me understand that. Because I'm...
It's how their brains are wired. So their brains were wired not to be able to focus. And so, whatever it was, there was no structure. There wasn't enough structure. Now, again, one kid might need more. One kid may not need structure, and he becomes disciplined.
Okay.
And the other kid may need structure. So that's where the art of parenting comes in, to know what kids need structure. So you need to structure life for people to develop discipline. Borders, in other words, boundaries, telling them, there are things you can do and things you can't do. And one of the things you tell a kid that he can't do is what? Play if he doesn't come to practice. Okay. And now you're telling me
so
that doesn't work.
Okay, well let me say he goes to practice. So for me, let me not say he goes to practice.
Yes.
But the off the field part of his life is still in a mess.
Yes.
So it means we would be in camp and he's giving trouble. He's coming to training late. He encouraging others to be. He's causing others to be late and that kind of thing.
Yes.
What I'm saying is, you
even see this in adults. I see this in medical students. Mm-hmm. Medical students, if they don't have to come to class, they don't come to class. It's a question of professionalism, right? And some of them just never learned that discipline, but they're very smart, so they still pass. Okay. They still pass, and they become doctors. But now, when they fail, is when they go to the clinics, and they have to show up all the time, and they don't. So sometimes they don't really become great doctors. They have trouble getting their medical residencies because they don't get good evaluations on the field. In this case, in the hospital, would be on the field.
Right.
You see?
Okay.
So it's natural. It happens. So what is a kid to do? A kid doesn't know he's having this problem. It's up to a teacher, a coach, a parent to get that kid counseling. Develop a structure for him. So one of the lessons that we're trying to get across to parents is if you have this undisciplined life for your child, don't be surprised if he doesn't become a great athlete or a great student, even though he might be very, very smart. So you're wasting his talent. Whatever potential talent he had at sports or academics, you're wasting it if there's no structure and discipline.
Okay.
On the other hand, you can provide all the structure and discipline for some people.
Right.
And you can't you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
Right.
Not every kid is going to respond.
Right. But what I'm saying is, so let me say in the minority or the majority, if there's structure, proper structure, from the parental aspect of it. So, because I believe if you teach a child right from wrong, I think that's the only thing you need to teach a child, in my opinion.
Yes.
As a parent, right from wrong.
Yes.
If you teach a child right from wrong, then if the child goes out and does not use those things he has been taught growing up, then and fails, then that is whose fault?
It's
That
no,
can't be
it's
the parent fault, no, can it?
it's nobody's fault. You see, that's the
No, I
problem.
believe it's the child's fault because
No.
if I teach you right from wrong, I've always had you in structured environments where you know that this is what you're supposed to do, this is what you're not supposed to do, and you have seen people gone before you which have done totally opposite to what you have done and been successful, but yet still you still want to go down that road. That can't be the parent's fault. Then no, if the parent would encourage you in all the wrong that you are doing, then no, that becomes the parent's fault.
Yes, but I don't like the word fault and I don't like the word blame. What I like to say is there's something missing in that child's life, be it in his brain, the way his brain is wired.
Okay.
He needs counseling, he needs structure, he might need special therapy and training in how to control his brain, perhaps, that he doesn't internalize it. When you tell him something, right from wrong, and he doesn't internalize it, he just may not be understanding what you're saying. Maybe he's thinking about something totally different. Maybe you're not communicating with him well. Or maybe his brain is just not wired to do it. And kids, I would say, keep them out in sports. Keep them, even if they're not listening, even if they're doing the wrong thing, right? They're not all going to be professional athletes. But the more you keep them in the game, the more chance they have to figure it out for themselves.
Okay.
Some of them will, and some of them won't. And what can we do about the ones that won't? We need to get them counseling. That's what teachers are for. That's what coaches are for. That's what parents are for. That's what psychologists are for. That's what pediatricians are for. That's what sociologists are for. That's why we pay these people. To what? Work with these kids so they can reach their potential. My theory is, and I didn't make this up, I got it from George Bush, not the first George Bush, the second George Bush, President of the United States. He had a program, it's called No Child Left Behind. No child left behind. I even tell my medical students, no medical student left behind. Just this week, I gave a lecture on bone remodeling, right? And
Stop beating the table down.
Yes, thank you. And I had a student who seemed to be lost. And that student was lost and told me, didn't really catch on to what I was saying, didn't like my stories, didn't like my analogies, and said he was having difficulty, right? And kind of wouldn't even look me in the eye, was kind of, and after the lecture, I went up to that student and I said, what's the problem? If you don't like the way I'm teaching it, I'll teach it another way. Come and see me in my office. And they said, oh, well, maybe I'll come see you in your office and all this. And then I said, you have my telephone number. You have my WhatsApp. Get in touch with me 24/7. We can go online. We can go on Zoom. We can go on Teams. All these platforms now that we can do. And I said, if you don't understand something, I'll work with you. That's what we need coaches to do. Of course, I haven't heard from the student yet. Maybe I won't, maybe I will. But you have to keep reaching out. If you are coaching, you're not just coaching when you're there on the pitch. You're coaching 24/7, and you have to make yourself available because you believe in these children, just like a parent. 24/7. You're not a parent sometime and not a parent in work. When you're working, you're a parent, whether you're working or you're not working. You're a parent when you're working, you're a parent when you're at home. You're parenting and thinking about how you're parenting all the time. I'm thinking about my students all the time. You got to think about your players all the time. And it requires a village. This is Hillary Clinton. It takes a village to raise a child. Exactly. So again, the World Cup is going to end in July. In a few weeks. And so we want to get the parents thinking about good parenting. And it doesn't mean you have to be a good coach. You don't have to coach them, but you need to encourage them and get out and play with them because you're the coach they're looking at the most.
Some doubt. This is, and as I like to say, I just tell my friends this. I will never be the smartest person in the room. I don't think I could be the dumbest either.
No.
Right? In the room.
You are definitely not. And you
But-
taught me something tonight.
But
You know what you taught me?
go ahead, I'm listening.
The word pure. The word pure. No, I knew the word pure.
Right, the way in
You
which
taught
I
me
used it.
how to use the word pure in the sense of athletics or the sense of anything you do. I'm going to start telling my medical students, if you're here to get a grade on an exam so you can pass and become a doctor, you're not looking at becoming a physician in a pure way. You should be thinking about it in a pure way, how you're going to change the world with the knowledge I just gave you in the lecture. I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. God bless you. I will dance at one of your weddings.
Well, if I'm having
If you invite me.
if you go to a wedding for me, Doc, it's going to be the only one wedding.
Really?
Yeah, because the things,
Haven't you had a wedding already?
No.
You
Doc.
never had a
No,
wedding?
no, I never had
Okay,
a
well,
wedding. So
we need to plan one.
the things I do, I doing them once, Doc. I have a child, one.
Okay.
So if
Well,
I get married, one.
Okay, well, invite me and I will dance.
All right, no problem, Doc. So the trophy lifting, the championship celebrations.
Yes, that's going to happen in a few weeks. And they're going to see it on TV.
So where are you going to be?
I'm going to be here, and I like to watch those championship games more than I like to watch the preliminary
The
games.
group stages again.
For example, I play tennis, as
Right.
you know, and now Wimbledon is be starting next week.
Oh, you're going to
The
play in the
Wimbledon-
summer, innit?
Yes,
Yeah,
so
okay.
Wimbledon will be starting, and I like to watch it because I learn from it. Believe it or not, watching the pros, just like in soccer, the kids, the parents watching the pros, watching what they're doing, you can internalize that. What do we learn this season? There are neurons in our brain called mirror neurons. Mirror neurons, which means if you watch somebody do something and you watch it with some intensity, not just watch it for entertainment. No. You have to be focused in on it. Watching their mechanics, watching their attitude, watching their emotions, and looking for specific things that they do that you, when you think back, you know you might be having trouble with it. You see? Those are your mirror neurons that are going to teach you how to mirror what you're watching. And it really does work. It really does work.
It does, because I sometimes watch you talk and feel like I'm getting smarter and other.
Yes.
So I guess
it's
it's my
the mirror
mirror.
neurons. And guess what? I notice you're also getting better looking.
So I don't think that has nothing to do with you, Doc. But perhaps it might. You know, I don't know everything. So I guess,
it.
you know, I like the tie though, Doc. I like the tie.
Thank you.
You know, and it's really spiffy this evening.
Thank you.
You know, but Doc, I can't say enough about the things that you just come here and talk about. And it's amazing that you just remember all these things. But
So anyway, season 6 is at the end.
yes, season 6 is at the end.
And now we gave parents something to think about for season 7,
Definitely, Doc.
right?
And what I'm trying to figure out if you have your topics for season 7 already, Doc.
Well, I'm thinking about what we're going to do, and I want to do some different things. I want to get a little bit deeper into how parents can use science, neuroscience, and everything we know about how to develop your kids into healthy people who will play sports, do well in academics, into their adulthood.
Okay, well, as I say, we are at the end of season 6. It's the finale. All right, and there we have it, people. Dr. Rick Millis is in the house with us, explaining the scientific part of sports, giving information to the parents and to us as coaches on how to help our kids to be better athletes,
Yes.
better human beings, and also for us to even not help our kids, but to help the kids that we are associated with. So, Doc, thanks a lot for coming in. Really do appreciate it. Looking forward to season 7 and enjoy your summer vacation, Doc. And looking forward to see you next week.
I think your contract is coming, don't worry.
And with that, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back with the GN Sports Show.
So that's our show, our final episode here on the GN Sports Show. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yes, definitely. We do hope you enjoy it, and we'll be looking forward to being back here with you for the upcoming season here on the GN Sports Show, Terry. A fantastic season. We had all kinds of guests in the house, Terry. volleyball, basketball. We're going to have cycling. Oh, we can't baseball. We can't stop. Terry. We can't stop. We got to keep it going. So thank you for viewing this season of the GN Sports Show. Looking forward to seeing you in the upcoming season.
Season 7. See you there. Lace up those shoes, it's time to show the world what you can do. On the GN Sports Show, you'll find your light with every step.